Many ladies will get to a stage where they just feel like they need to do something about how they're feeling. So obviously they'll think about booking a doctor's appointment. Now, the doctor's appointment can go many different ways if you don't sort of plan for it. And this is what I advise a lot of my clients to do. Don't just go in there and say, I'm not feeling great. In this day and age, doctors have a lot to do and a lot of people to deal with. And because the symptoms of starting that stage of perimenopause and lowering hormones are so wide and vast, it can go down the wrong avenue very fast. So the first thing I would do, and there's sort of 4 areas here I'd say to plan for your appointment. The first thing is you must, very important, probably the most important, track your symptoms. Now you can do that in a diary, on your calendar. I have a symptom tracker that I send to my clients and I'm happy to send out to anybody. But just track your symptoms somewhere. There's also the Balance app which can be used to track symptoms. So you have a clear picture of how things are going, because there might be one day you feel great, one day you don't. One day you got this symptom, one day, but track your symptoms. That's number 1. Number 2, go to the doctor with your wants and needs sort of identified. So what do you need from the appointment? What are you expecting? Go in with that in your head. Also, what do you want? Are you wanting to look down the avenue of HRT, or are you just wanting some general lifestyle advice without that? So go in with those ideas in your head. Number 3, and it's a big one, do your research and reading. Yes, the doctor will have the basic research, but some of them are not specialists in menopause. So you need to really have all your own research done just for your own benefit. So my advice, do as much reading as you can. Do not use Dr. Google. Remember, if you go on Google, you can find the answer you want to find if you look deep enough. So make sure your research is evidence-based. Obviously, I would recommend the Dr. Louise Newson podcast. It's absolutely brilliant. She's also got books out. There's other books on menopause that, remember, they must be backed by evidence. So look out for that. There's so many scare tactics and stories out there that are not true. So use qualified professionals. Obviously, people like myself who are certified menopause support coaches have all the science-backed information. So they're the people you want to be speaking to. Obviously, I guide my clients through this sort of thing. So if you need any help from me, get in touch. So definitely do your research, do your reading, but be careful where you get that research. Also, another big one, number 4, plan your appointment. Remember, most appointments you might only get 8 to 10 minutes to discuss this with the doctor. If you go in very airy-fairy, say I'm not feeling well or mental health's bad, it could go down many different avenues. So plan your appointment by maybe, if you're able to at your surgery, ask for a double appointment. If you're able at your surgery, ask for a specific doctor who specialises in women's health and hormones, or even better, a menopause specialist. That would be brilliant. So that's the things to do. Plan your appointment. I would seriously advise taking your symptom list either on your phone or print it out, so you've got it there with some sort of cycle over the months and how it fits in. Also, huge and great piece of advice, take a notepad and paper, because everything that gets said to you in that appointment will go straight out of your head, especially if you're perimenopausal, once you leave that surgery. So take a pen and paper, the doctor will be happy for you to write things down. Also, you can make notes of any questions you have, because you know, white coat syndrome says that as soon as you walk into that surgery and get sat down, everything you had to say just disappears out of your head. So that's a huge piece of advice. So just to recap, track symptoms. Number 2, understand what your wants and needs are. Number 3, do your research, but ensure that it's evidence-backed research from the professionals. And number 4, plan the appointment and make sure you've got your notes and everything with you when you go in, so your mind doesn't go blank. Any other advice you need, please get in touch and I'd be happy to help. I've been through this many times with many people and obviously coming out hopefully with a more positive outcome. If you don't come out with the best positive outcome the first time round, again, get in touch, get some advice, and we'll look what the next move might be.